Hello, everybody. My name is Eddie. I'm just a regular blue collar worker. Kind of live my life trying to learn how people really interact, really hide their mask, all that goodness. A lot of people kind of notice it just by, pattern recognition, whatever. But I came to talk about why the Democrats are such fucking assholes. And to be honest with you, they're just guiltless. That's it. There's not much to it. And so you might say because of like someone's opinion, like Asmongold, right? That Asmongold believes that the reason why they do this is because they have so much guilt that they can't uh, fully perceive why you wouldn't allow shit to happen, type of shit. That's not how it works. The thing is, specifically with guiltless people is that they don't it's not that they feel guilty and they try to make you feel guilty as well. It's that they don't feel guilty, and really early on in life, they sat there and they learned that if they make you feel guilty, they get what they want. That's why it's annoying. That's why it works on the younger folk. That's why it works on the emotional, like a lot of women, and of course, simps. It's really not that deep. Whenever it comes to like their creativity, that's just part that people that are often more creative are often more willing to try new things, and so therefore, that's why you see a lot of the left, singing and dancing at all their protests, and they sit there and want so many things to happen, like oh something new is exciting and we should let it happen because you don't know what could happen. Something good could come out of it. Not everybody wants to live their life like that. It, it's just there's like a whole scale of like creativity where on one side you have people that don't like change, on the other side you have people that absolutely love change. And when it comes to guiltlessness, right, that's the other factor for Democratic and Republican views. Basically, that oftentimes guiltlessness, you'll see people that overreact. They're petty, so you could do something small, and they overreact, do something big, and all of a sudden it's your fault that they did that thing, and they'll never take accountability for it because they're always pushing your 5% to their 95%. On the other hand, people with actual guilt, they understand your position. They understand how you feel. Just because they don't, even if they don't have the feelings themselves, they understand that they made you feel that type of way and they feel bad for it. So they'll often admit what it is actually, you know, what it is they actually did. I mean, and so why are these why is it Republicans are somehow have guilt and Democrats don't, right? Like I said, there's a scale to this. As far as we can tell, it's like a 30-point scale, right? This is this come from research that's gone all the way back to like I think it started something in like the 1930s, finalized somewhere around the 1980s. Um, and so basically, what we find is that the reason Republicans have their viewpoints is because they have a lot of guilt, right? They're really high in guilt or conscientiousness, and they're really low, at least the far right. The far right is really low in openness to new experience. So they don't like change, and they're very judgmental. So that activates their psychological immune system a lot more. They're a lot more they're a lot more prejudiced. They're a lot more judgy to any and all individuals. And the thing you have to understand is that they hold themselves to those standards as well. That is why they judge you so harshly. If you go down to the middle, the centrist, here you can range anywhere from having no guilt and no uh, openness to new experience, all the way to having a lot of guilt and a lot of openness to new experience. And the reason being is because the part that pulls you to the far right and the part that pulls you to the far left is a combination of the two. So you have all these mid-range people that they understand that, you know, obviously some immigration is okay. Some of them still, even though they don't really give a shit, they're not busy judging you because they have no guilt. Because to them, well, I don't care, so why should you? Why should they? Right? People with a lot of guilt, it's the opposite. Well, I care, so how don't you? Why don't you? Why don't they? And so if we keep going, right, all the way on the far left, zero guilt and plenty of openness to new experience. Obviously, uh, this isn't very adapted to, how should I put, civilized society, right? It's more like a nomad's personality. They want to go wherever they want, do whatever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they want, just because they want to. Which, fine, go ahead. No one gives a shit. Do you? But when you sit there and you tell me that I should be okay with anything that you do, you got me fucked up. Fuck off. That's it. That's it. And so whenever you see people like Hassan Piker that sit there and they preach their bullshit, they preach how, oh, how can you be so mean to these people because they're poor and they have nothing. They're just trying to fight for their revolution. No, they're being assholes. They are. That's it. And so the reason he's doing that the entire time is literally just to make you feel bad so that you think the way he does. Or at least just to indoctrinate you, realistically. Because the thing is, once you get wise enough, once you get smart enough to understand what the fuck it is he's doing, what the fuck they're actually doing, and how the fuck things actually happen, you just leave. So what happens? All the people that are sitting there still following him, even after they figure all this out, they already knew. They did. They're just the same type of piece of shit that he is. So you'll never have like this how should I put it? Like a coalition or like a merging of the two sides where they agree, because prejudice will always exist, because it's part of your psychological immune system. And you'll always have people that literally just don't give a fuck, and they just want whatever the fuck they want despite who gets hurt. That's it. I probably have more to say, but nothing that I can say now. Hopefully this video gets out. Hopefully some people understand, see it my way. Think I'm gonna try to spew my knowledge on a in a playlist, starting from personality to intelligence to wisdom, which is not the same wisdom as the wisdom that you believe how wisdom works. And from there, I'll go on to body language, facial cues, things that help you socialize as a smart individual who wants to know how things work before you act them out and doesn't necessarily understand not understand but someone who doesn't know how to metagame trial and error, right? At least when you start off when you're young. And I'll put that out there. And that'll be it. Thank you for clicking on this video. Hope you learned a little something. Hopefully you'll see the rest of my videos. Have a great day, YouTube.